Marley's greatness and renown continued up to the end of Mansa Sulaiman's reign. It was then that the empire began to decline. By the end of the 15th century, it had lost much of its power to Songhai. The disintegration of the Empire of Mari took place because of internal and external reasons. So in this video, I'm going to show you the decline of Mari Kingdom from its rise up to its decline. So you're welcome in this conversation. Me, I'm called the Dolph. So please make sure that you have subscribed to this video and you have commented so that this video can reach to more people who are engaged in. So thank you. Let's start by the decline of Mari Kingdom by the first cause. The first cause it is the internal causes. The internal causes of Mari's decline include the following. First, weak and incompetent leaders. The death of Suleiman began a period of 40 years of constant civil war and change of kingship. There were immediately two men ready to rule over Mari: Suleiman's son called Kamba and the grandson of Mansa Musa, Mari Jata II. The army was split in civil war and the royal crown was divided. Temporary peace was restored when Mari Jata became king from 1360 up to 74. A greedy despot had reflected the greatness of his grandfather to attempts made by Mansa II from 1374 up to 1387 to revive the strength of the army. Trade and government failed. Constant internal dissensions resulted in the army, trade, and government failed. Constant internal dissensions resulted in the assassination of Mansa Megan II from 1387 up to 1389 after a short reign. So let's jump on the second cause. It is a rebellion by vassal states. At the height of its glory, the Mari Empire was a very extensive, comprising many provinces which were inhabited by different ethnic groups. Each of these was waiting for signs that the central authority was weakening, for them to seize an opportunity to become independent of imperial control. Some of these attempts were successful. The first to do this was Gao, which was located in Songhai as capital city of Songhai. On his way from pilgrimage, Mansa Musa had stopped at his vassal city of Gao and taken with him to marry two princes of Gao, Ari Koren and Suleiman Nar, as hostages to ensure the continued loyalty of the people to his authority. Not long afterwards, the two princes escaped from Mari and went back home to Gao. They organized a successful rebellion and drove out the military forces stationed there by Mansa Musa. The people of Tekrur in the west followed the example of Gao. So the second cause is big size of the empire. At the peak of power, Mari Empire had been overexpanded at the world area so that it was difficult for the weak leaders to effectively control such huge empire. The second is internal disputes. Because of its incompetence and rivalries among leaders, Mari never witnessed the political stability. In fact, after the death of Suleiman, a civil war broke out between the two rival contestants to the throne. It is on the record that between 1360 up to 1400 AD, Mari had more than 6 kings. This weakened the empire. So let's jump on the other reason. It is the weakness of the army. Due to poor leadership, incompetence, constant wars, and lack of motivation, Mari army was terribly weakened. For this reason, it was unable to stop the vassal states from regaining their independence. In 1375, for example, Goa revolted and became independent and the army of Mari was unable to stop this rebellion. The third is the decline of agriculture. Due to constant wars with both internal and external origin, agricultural activities declined in Mali and people were affected with the famine. The army was not properly supplied with the food and there was no surplus to exchange with guns in TST. TST means, in full words, Trans-Saharan trade, which led to the decline of Mali Empire. The another reason is decline of trade. Mali's economy by the second half of 14th century declined due to instability in desert, and she lost the control of the trade routes and growth producing districts, commercial towns, leading to the decline of Mali. The another cause is decline of Islam. Except for Mansa Musa's regime, when Islamic faith was impossible to serve its purpose of unifying the people, after him Islam lost its principles, especially in politics. Immorality set in diplomatic relations with Muslim countries declined due to civil wars, which left the Mali Empire in a sick bay. Another reason is the lack of unity. Mali had diverse cultures and regions which contributed to its downfall. The leaders of Mali failed to unite the Muslims with non-Muslims and the vassal states with different ethnic groups. This greatly influenced the decline of Mali. So the second part is about the external causes. The empire suffered a number of attacks by their jealous neighbors. The first attack from Morsi. In the reign of the great Mansa Musa in 1333, the Morsi in the south had attacked Timbuktu. They were later repulsed about 1400. They made another destructive attack on the empire. So the second is the Tuareg attack. Mali's northern neighbors, the Tuareg, under the able leader Akil Lagi Marwar, took Warata and Timbuktu in 1433 up to 1434. So the third is Songhai attack. In 1468, Sunni area of Songhai started raids on Mali. By the end of 15th century, Mali had been completely annexed by Songhai. So there are different great factors that contributed to the decline of this empire, such factors that I have mentioned above. So for those who were just following me, I am called Adolf. This is Dolph Media. Please, if you have interested for this video, please make sure that you have subscribed to this channel and you have liked this video so that it can reach to more people. So thank you. God may protect you.